Hello everyone, this is NHL Hockey News Reports. Hope you're enjoying your day today. In this video today we're talking about what if the Blackhawks draft Lafreniere? What would it look like? But before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Trying to hit 300 subs for another special video. So it'll be much appreciated. Thank you for all the help you've been giving us. And thank you so much. So, in this situation, the Blackhawks, if they get first overall and get Lafreniere, there's a couple of requirements that has to happen first. First of all, I'm sure you already know this, they're in the 24-team playoff format for 2020 against the Oilers. Now the thing is, the Oilers have to beat the Blackhawks. Let's say they won 3-1, they won in 4 games. Out of the best of 5 series, they won in 4. Oilers move on to the playoffs, and the Blackhawks get a 12.5 chance of getting first overall. Now, 8 teams are going to have a chance to get first overall, and each of them are going to be evenly with a 12.5 chance of getting Lafreniere. Now, in this instance, in this scenario here, we are talking about Lafreniere going to the Blackhawks. So, it's Bill Derry flipping that card and saying first overall goes to the Chicago Blackhawks. This is a scenario we're talking about. What would it look like and why would it be good? So here we go. Automatically I have Lafreniere in the first line. Now you're probably like, starting the season? No. By the end of the season, we could see him on the first line. He can be dominant, be that guy. Now, Lafreniere, Taves, Kane. That's amazing. Having Taves and Kane as one of your line players to play with, that's great. Those two guys have won 3 Stanley Cups. And they've been to the playoffs multiple times, many times, several times, more than several times to the playoffs, and not just get to the playoffs, get past the first round, second round, Western Conference Final. We're talking about those times too, not just getting to the final and winning the Stanley Cup. But these guys are super experienced, okay? Those are amazing. And Lafreniere learning from Taves and Kane, there's not really many other players. There's a lot of other players, yes, but those guys are a big role, and they can help Lafreniere say, this is how he won the Stanley Cup in 2010, 2013, and 2015. So Taves and Kane, my goodness. What Lafreniere can do, he gets in hard corners, he can get in there, he can be that great playmaker. Overall, he's just a great guy, and that's why he's going first overall, right? Now, next we have DeBrincat, Strome. Sad because DeBrincat and Strome, before they went in the NHL, they were teammates. And last year, not talking about 2019 and 2020, the year before that, 18-19 season, they played well together. This year, they both had kind of a slow year, but DeBrincat and Strome, I like keeping them together. Saad, you can put on the right side, so maybe you put Saad on the second line with Strome and DeBrincat, not bad. That top 6 is not bad, actually. If Dylan Strome can get back to what he did in 2018 and 2019 season, if DeBrincat can have a better year, we can see some good stuff here. I do feel like they can bounce back. Now, Taves is 32, Kane is 31, but thinking about it, next year, Taves is going to be 33, and Kane's going to be 32, right? So, seeing how this goes, I love the top 6. Looks really good, for sure. Now we have Kubalik, Da, Nylander. Now Kubalik scored 30 goals in his rookie season this year. One of the Cattle Trophy finalists. I'm going to say it's going to be McCaw, Hughes, and Kubalik. Okay, Kubalik from December to the suspension of COVID-19 with the season here was absolutely fantastic. He was amazing, scoring goals left and right. Of course, he's an RFA this season, so we'll see how that goes. But Kubalik, amazing. Da, rookie season, great in his rookie season. 18-year-old, 3rd overall last year, right out of the draft. He plays for the Blackhawks, and then you have Nylander, who never really turned out good in Buffalo, but looked pretty good with the Blackhawks. Was okay with the Blackhawks. Would I like that trade with Yoki Hall going to the Sabres over the Blackhawks? I mean, the Blackhawks getting Nylander? Not really, because I think they could have used Yoki Hall right now, just to put it out there. But Nylander's okay. He has the talent, but it needs to be shown more. They have Drake Odula on the fourth liners, Zach Smith and Carpenter. Andrew Shaw, they haven't said he's been on the IR yet, so I'm not so sure if he's ready, if he's going to be ready. Well, I'm sure by then he'll be ready, so Andrew Shaw you can put in there. Do you buy out Zach Smith? Who knows? But I gotta say, adding Lafreniere really solidifies that top 6. Okay, what if you didn't have Lafreniere? How would the top 6 look like? Can you put Kubalik with Taves and Kane? I wouldn't mind that, actually. Really, that would work, I would say. Or Nylander, but I know Nylander has played with Taves and Kane a little bit with them last season, in 2019 to 2020 season, a little, but we'll see how that goes. But Lafreniere would definitely be one of the teams that could use him the most. Even though some teams like the Blues, fans as the Blues, the Wild, any team that's in the Central Division, the Stars, and teams like that, are going to say, no, the Blackhawks don't need the first overall spot. They need to be like they did in the early 2000s of losing and being horrible for a couple years. At least a couple years, but they really want them to stay horrible for indefinitely. Yes, indefinitely. Because, of course, you're a rival. You know, if you're a Wild fan, a Blues fan, of whatever you are, or Stars fan, you're going to be like, yeah, we don't want them now. You know, so many years of them being better than us, we want them out of here. If they're being bad right now, we're glad. So that's why. But Lafreniere could be a great team that can go to him. And out of the, for, what if the player, I put, what if, whatever team drafts Lafreniere, I did the Flames, I did the Jets, I did the Blackhawks. The team that needs him the most, I'm going to say it's the Blackhawks, out of the 3. Of course, we're talking about all qualifying teams getting this. We're going to talk about all of them. So thanks for watching. Like the video, ding the bell, comment, share. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Very interesting how Lafreniere can just slide in that top 6. Does he start in the very beginning on first line? I doubt it. Maybe third line. Then moves up to second line, maybe, and then finally first line. What do you think? You know, after a while, end of the season, we can see him ready to just bolster through, and then teams in the Central Division will be not happy because they feel like we need a longer break with this Blackhawks not being here so we can win. Just put it out there. But thank you so much for liking. Like I said, like the video, ding the bell, comment, share, and I will see you in the next video. Let's try to get to 300 subs for a special video, and goodbye.